This is not the first meeting we have held. This is a follow-up meeting. The first meeting was held in Nairobi, where the Minister for Defense was involved and the Principal Secretary for Defense. We called another meeting here because this project was started in 1962, before some of us were born. 1962, before we were born, all of us. And there were other things that were agreed at, which seems not to have been honored by the Italian government. Yet Kenyan government has honored its part. And you see now this committee is a committee on implementation. So we want all those things that were agreed in the agreement to be honored. If they are not honored, then we will use the section that will help us to withdraw from the agreement. And that's why we are here. We expected to meet the people who are able to make the decisions. And according to that agreement, is the minister from Italy and the minister from Kenya. Already we have met minister from Kenya, principal secretary from Kenya. We have not met principal secretary from Italy and the minister from Italy, and that's why we are here. So we have postponed the meeting. We have given them 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks, we shall be convening them again to have this meeting, because us as a committee, we work within a specified period that we are given by the parliament. So we don't have much time to play around, but we have much time to do our work. That's why we are here. That's why we adjourned the meeting, because the team that was there was not going to be able to give us satisfactory answers that we require from them. Sometimes they claim to be working with the Kenya in other issues. We have no problem, whatever they are doing with the Kenya government in other areas. But as we have specific issues, we want to know how many Kenyans have been employed here, what type, or how many development they have initiated in this area, how many students have been picked by our government from Kenya to go and study on the issues of airspace and so on. So those are the issues we are following up, and other issues that were agreed at during when they signed the agreement.
We were disappointed because we had to adjourn the meeting because we felt that the questions or the issues that were raising were not going to be addressed by the delegation that was representing the side of the Italian government. The issues are a concern of the agreement that the Kenyan government signed with the Italian government. A lot of issues have not been honored on the side of the Italian government. For example, one of the issues was training of our people from the Italian side. That has not been done. We've been taken round, and the people who are representing our side from Kenya are junior officers with diploma courses. These are among the issues that we wanted to interrogate, but unfortunately we could not proceed because the level at which we wanted to transact these issues, the Italian government did not send the right representatives, so the meeting was adjourned.
The Italian government did respond to the issues raised by our cabinet secretary. They responded in writing, but those responses the committee hadn't gotten. So all we have said, and the chairman has ruled rightly so, is that let us adjourn the session until we get the responses from the Italian government on the issues raised by the cabinet secretary. So we have adjourned. The chairman has given us 3 weeks. They will have gotten the responses from the side of Italian government, and then they will make a determination. We want to emphasize the importance of this center to both the Kenyan government and the Italian government. So don't say there was a disagreement. There was none. Okay. It's just that the response from the Italian government was the committee hadn't received it. Okay. It's the same issues that the cabinet secretary raised when he went to parliament, allowed other observation, allowed training opportunities, allowed basically the contracts that as a center we have with third parties, and the share that Kenya gets from those contracts that we have in supporting the space engagement. Those were the issues, and a few other issues.
We want to continue to have a cooperation between our two states and governments in this center. Today in the meeting we realized that some points which have been raised by the Kenyan parts in terms of clarification of the implementation of the agreement have not been still received by the Kenyan part. So we together decide that in the next days, when the letters and the document which have been sent by the embassy through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to the Parliament, once this document will be read, we will meet again, maybe in a smaller committee, not everybody, and we will see if this answer have been satisfied, which I think, or there is still a little point to be clarified, and we are ready to do that. The target is to go together to have this joy. This is something so special. This is the only foreign base you have in Kenya, in Space Center, and this is the only base, space base we have abroad in Italy. And this is something we have to write together. The target is to eliminate all the small misunderstandings that could have been there in order to have the scheduled and the meeting of the ministers, the competent ministers, which is a meeting which is provided by the agreement. But let's go ahead, Kenya and Italy together. This is a point of force of our bilateral relations, and I work for that.
So those of us who train, they go after training and interesting place. For example, we are organizing a training course in job on space web. The launching company, every need permit. Because if they are launching in South America, at one point they cannot see this part of the land. So they need permit. That is the launching part. So if a rocket is going up and it's going to take on board, we are transmitting that data to the owner of the data, because us is just a part. We are just taking the data from the satellite, taking it through these antennas, through the equipment, and
now we help them to make sure what is agreed is implemented or the other steps are taken.
Who are languishing in poverty just near this site, and I'm wondering, just as Mheshimiwa has said there, that we've not adhered to the agreement between Kenya and Italy, and I come out of this place very disappointed as a mother of coastal region, and I think I want to second Mheshimiwa that we have to adjourn this meeting.
Issues is another one that surveys the grounds or something like that, and just for the one that gives information on the earth.
To the question you put. And as the request arrived through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs by note verbal, which is the normal communication between embassies and the government of the country, we responded through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So I would say, let not precipitate things. Just read the answer or put the questions